For most of the 18th century, the Caribbean Sea was a deadly place to sail. Its waters were terrorized by the fearsome Captain Remington. Rumors spread from port to port about Remington's pact with the devil. During his nefarious career, he plundered many ships and murdered even more men. Until the day armed forces finally caught up to him.
Hey everybody, this is Nancy Juice with A5, and we are going to be playing Nightmares from the Deep, The Cursed Heart. Now, obviously you gotta put your own name in before you start the game, otherwise the game won't let you do anything. Your options are your music volume and your sound volume. You can adjust it to however it works for you, if you want the music louder or softer. Custom cursor, I don't mess with. I don't mess with voiceovers. Extra mode, I don't tend to mess with. Now full screen, I'm stuck with that on because it keeps saying my resolution's too low. I don't know how to fix that. Your achievements is pretty much like your Steam achievements, like playtime or whatever, or solving puzzles. Even Mahjong, depending on how you do it. You're not going to get all of them in one run. That's for bloody sure. Some will be easy to get, sometimes you need to do a couple runs to do it. More info is just basically at the time with their other games they play, which will be another project for me. Alright, let's get going. Now you have regular or expert. I'm just going to do regular just so you can go over the hints.
Now, 300 years later, Remington's body is being extracted from the depths of his watery grave. Soon, this precious artifact will be on display in the Caribbean Naval Museum. Museum.
Alright, so obviously you're playing the curator, so pretty much if you want to speak to somebody, just hover over them and dialogue will... And if you want to skip tutorial, just hit skip tutorial. So, we get things started.
Sure thing, Miss Black. I'll leave the crate at the end of the exhibition hall.
So pretty much the curse is going to change to whatever action you can do that's available.
Hi, Mom. I just want to sneak a quick peek at this legendary pirate, and then I'll stay out of your hair. Come on, let's check out the crate that just arrived.
Now with the tutorial on, you're a little more limited to what you can do at the start, like it's sort of examining. So right now, just move to the expedition hall. Now when you use these magnifying glass means you can closer look at something. Now here we gotta move all these extra cutlasses so we can get at the one on the bottom. Now see, it'll change the hand to... And your hint, pretty much if you're not sure what to do, like I'll just show an example, it'll tell you what to do.
There, you're all set. Now, if you don't mind, I'll be on my way.
The crate is nailed shut. Do you think we could pry the lid off? With so many tools lying around, I'm sure you can find a crowbar. I'll stay here and keep an eye on the crate. Oh, right. I still have the key card to your office. Here you go. And don't worry, this mummified corpse won't be going anywhere without me.
Okay, so any items you get will go in your inventory, which will be down here. And your journal, or diary in this case, will tell you like your objectives or whatever notes there are. Objectives like, for example, let's see if we can get the crate open. And pretty much any notes says, I don't tend to use this very much unless I'm like royally stuck on what's going on. Here's how you can interact with the environment. Basically, item, mainly move like you're actually opening up a box and reading stuff. Since we already got to grab the cutlass, this is already going to be so just grab the pistol, just leave it in your inventory for now. Since you need to get the key to the basement, since obviously the basement's locked, you need to go into your office. And you can also look at stuff, let's see, about her exhibit of the pirate. Yeah, just take your key card that the daughter gave you and just get into the office. Now I did this a little backwards. Yeah, take the post-it note that's sitting. Sometimes things will give a sparkle if you're supposed to look at them. Now, notes like this will automatically be put in like your diary inventory, so you don't have to worry about digging it out later or memorizing it. Yeah, stuff to read. Like Captain Henry Remington was a terror of the Caribbean Sea during the early part of the 18th century. I'm not going to really sit here and read everything, but you can read it on your own time, or just pause the video if you want. And this is just a note saying, hey, of the post that we just picked up. So first we pick up the basement key here. You can open up this box and just see what's in it. Obviously we can't get into it in the moment because it's a sealed crate. So we'll seal the little box. Move the mask and get to the vault. Now, it'll tell you about the skip button. If you're really stuck on a puzzle and you just want to skip it, just hit that and you'll skip the puzzle. But I do with unlocking this, it's really simple. Just don't let go too early. And that's the easiest achievement with this little puzzle. That's the easiest achievement you can get. Now you notice that you get a necklace. Can't do anything much about it because it's missing something. Just click to remove the cloth and, well, like you said, antique necklace to connect to the Remington. Missing a gem, so you can't do much about it. So you have the basement key. Just head back to the hall and head over to the basement door. It's pretty self-explanatory what to do. And there we go. There's a crowbar. Yeah, you can poke around if you want to, but we're not going to mess with that right now. Still a lot to do for this exhibit. We'll go over what's in here later in a little bit. Nothing too immediate. Alright, we get to the crate. Use the crowbar on the crate a couple of times because it's not going to do it all in one motion. Okay, it says for you're going to need a cutlass, a pistol, and a pendant. We already got the cutlass and the pistol. Now it's just getting the pendant, which is in his mouth. Ew. You head back to your office. You can put the cutlass and the pistol in if you want, but I just choose to do all three together. You put the pendant here. And presto.
Unbelievable. The jewel casing claimed the gem as its own.
If that wasn't weird enough. Alright, head back to the exhibition hall. Go up to our pirate. Now, it doesn't matter what order you put the gems in. Well, items in.
That's strange. The flashes of lightning are really playing a trick on my eyes.
And whoop. Well, that wasn't cool. So, thinking the museum just lost power due to the storm.
Mom, you know I'm scared of the dark. Could you check the fuse box?
Alright, so our next goal is to let's go back in the hall and head to the basement to check the fuse box. As you can see, all the emergency lights are on. One problem though. There's no light, so back to the office. and go over to the glass emergency case. Use the crowbar, obviously, to break it. So you take both the axe and the flashlight. You will need the axe later on, so just take it now, because... So you use the flashlight, so you're looking for fuses. As the tutorial says, the sparkles are indicating a hidden object puzzle. So you click on that. It's always going to tell you one of the first things we need, and you can use the... Basically, you just look for the object in the puzzle, and the hint thing will tell you exactly where the item is, and the mahjong is pretty much saying if you don't want to go out and really search for them, you know, obviously it's like a matching puzzle game, is essentially what it is. So you can use the bottles there, and then you can use the gold for the regular tiles, and the gold ones are obviously the numbers have to match up. Since the gold ones are the items down there, so the one pair of tiles is locked, everything has to be cleared for that to happen. And if you get stuck on that, you can use a reshuffle. Now, it's recommended if you're going to go for the trophy for doing mahjong in a very short amount of time, it's best to make sure you have the tutorial turned off, because that will delay your time. Now, some of these are very easy to find, some of these items, some of them maybe not so much. And then see your item, you can move around. It's best not to try to misclick too many times, especially if you're not sure what you're supposed to be using it on. Or, like I just did, oh, I need a screwdriver to open this up. And you take whatever item you need after that. Now the yellow items, like I did with, like there, you need to do another action in order to get the item. And that is just see if you can find them. Now sometimes, depending on what you're looking for, so you might not be able to recognize, especially if you're not familiar with some of the terminology, especially if you're dealing with a game like this, sometimes you're dealing with 18th century terms. So it might be a little difficult to ascertain what exactly you're looking for. There'll be kind of more a better example of that later on in a couple of the other hidden object puzzles. Now, seeing here, I'm missing two items. Now two items. Sometimes it's not always an item, sometimes it can be a picture of an item. But sometimes it can be hard to ascertain. Now, I know there's one, I'm looking at it now, it's staring right me on the face, but at the recording of this, it wasn't that clear cut at the time. But I thought it'd be a good example to use the hint item. So if you're really searching, you're really not finding something, that's when you can use the hints, but it's going to... Excuse me. Yeah, the only downside is your vision is more obscured because you're just stuck using the flashlight. So maybe you just can't see things in a bigger picture. You can see, I'm looking for this thing, I'm not finding it. So I'll just hit the hint. And actually, there it is. See, like I said, it can be a picture of an item and not necessarily the item itself. So I get a fuse it, and there was an achievement for doing in less than 5 misclicks, which means you hit as little as possible. Now go into the closet here where the fuse box is. Open that up. Now take the fuses that you picked up in your inventory and put them right there in that lower right corner. And so this way, just red with red, blue with blue, yellow with yellow. Do this and...
Yes, the power has been restored.
Okay, since we stored the fuse, stored power, go back to the expedition hall.
Mom, come here quickly! quickly!
Well, this is unexpected.
I can't believe my eyes. The showpiece just ran away. And he dropped something in the crate, in the wood shavings.
Alright, he's dropped something in the wood shavings. Let's see what he dropped. That incident looks familiar. Going to get back into the hall to the office. And like I said, you can still poke around and see what there is to see, just for little added stuff. Go back to the little box. Oh, the symbols match up. Put the ring in. Then we get... It's called a doubloon. If I mispronounced that, please say so.
Was there someone behind me?
And things just keep getting weirder and weirder, don't they?
Mom!
You'll serve my purpose, maiden. Sail forth, my ship, to Skull Island.
Oh, wow. Talk about making an entrance. So, click on the ladder so you can get out to the side of the hall. Now use the axe you picked up to make a hole. I forgot you need to do that twice. And well... and you're setting sail to someplace we do not know.
I can't see anything. Where am I? It's a genuine haunted ship. I have to find my daughter. She must be so scared.
Alright, this one you want to go talk to our pirate friend here.
Another woman on board? That's double the bad luck. But welcome anyway. This cursed ship belongs to Captain Remington, the most fearsome pirate there is. We're his crew. Well, what's left of it. Now that the captain's returned from the deep, we've set sail for the old hideout on Skull Island. Here's a map of the ship, for free. Don't want bad luck getting lost on the ship.
Alright, take the map from him, and it'll tell you where you're at.
A map. Now I'll always know where I am.
Okay, think about the map is. A circle will be marked for each room you're in. We go into the map. Pretty much the action available, which is the exclamation mark, will tell you there's something to do here. And the X just pretty much just marks your spot. Now an expert that won't be available for actions available, you can go down to the crew's quarters right now, or you just kind of explore the room to see what there is. Since we can take that, we'll just take that. And to see, we need something to open that hatch with.
Mom! Help me!
Well, that was not expected. Well, since the octopus figurine is fastening holding the door shut, we need the 3 keys, gold, silver, and bronze to open up this door. That star is stuck, so we need something for that. So we'll just take this corkscrew first. And just take anything here that we need. Okay, looking at the captain's door, we can put this fish in, and obviously it shows we're still missing 2 more. We'll figure this one out later. Since there's nothing else to do here, head back. That hand hacksaw will get us through this. And down to the below, further down we go. Now this is not an ordinary hidden puzzle, this is more like you're putting an object together type puzzle. So you're just finding everything and just reassembling it. If I went a little fast on how to find everything, I apologize. With that, you get a hammer. Now examine the table over here.
Chemicals. Perhaps the skeleton pirate is holding the missing bottle.
So, you're missing one bottle. Pretty much, probably the skeleton guy is holding on to that one. But you don't have everything yet. Okay, can cover that. This will be something finds useful, so we can't do much with that right now. And then check this barrel first, take the star, that's one of our 2 missing stars, and realize we need a tap. Now take your hammer and smash those boards. Read this note first. It pretty much tells you about the octopus we are dealing with now. Taught it a few tricks. Well, you didn't really outlive... Well, it outlived you, alright. This is just a minigame. It's pretty much like a memorization Simon Says minigame. Pretty much just do everything in the order the octopus is doing it. Once you do it enough, it'll let you take whatever. Now the green eyes, when the octopus eyes flash green, means you're doing everything in the right order. Now you need to do about these at least 4 or 5 different ones. So we're gonna do this. And there you go. Okay, now let's check this little area over here. Oh, it looks like it's one of our keys are missing. Except I don't want to put my hand there. Take the skeleton hand you found earlier and... well, better your hand, that hand than your own hand. As he is a bronze key, it's one of the 3 we are missing. Okay, first, what's this over here? How to make some grog. Obviously we're missing ingredients, so can't do much here. Let's go through this hidden object puzzle. Yeah, there's some things, like I said, the yellow ones will require you to do a new, or do another action to get it. And like I said, all of these, I should mention that these hidden object puzzles are all random. They'll be the same sort of items if you have to visit it more than once, but the items you have to pick from won't necessarily be the same ones, at least in this order. Where is the next item? Ah, there we go. Okay, so that is going to give us some coal. Let's head back up.
You again? Why don't you leave old Smithy alone? Oh, you fancy his shiny fluid? Well, I accept bribes. I'm quite thirsty. Get me some grog, and I'll give you this rare bottle of chemicals.
And this is where the grog recipe will come into play. It's pretty much, he wants a bottle of grog for that bottle, we gotta make it. Like I said, you're gonna need some water, rum, limes, and some spices. Well, one thing is everything needs to be heated up, which is where the coal we got just came in. Now you can do this now, or you can wait till you get everything. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes what's doing now is just get things out of your inventory. Move that bucket out of the way, and now we go down to the hold. Now for that, recipe we need that bottle for. Pretty much, this is we run into some trouble. Since there's nothing much else to do, we'll just go over here. This is pretty self-explanatory. Looking at the symbols above the ace box determines what goes in what box. Like this box here is all the weapons. Now sometimes swords can go in either treasure or weapons depending on, I guess, its value. So we have weapons, treasures, boots, and ship items. Okay, that does complete weapons and boots. Now it's just treasures and ship items. Like anchor, compass, and the ink barrels and whatnot. Now right over here is the next item that goes into is over there. Triple plate. That means I've done 3 minigames without skipping. Okay, first pick up this cannonball, and then do this hidden object puzzle. Like I said, yellow items need another action in order to do them. Like I said, there's some items that are easier to figure out than others. Or sometimes it's just plain easier to see. And there you go. I'll talk to our pirate friend here.
So, you haven't been captured yet? I can tell it won't be long before Captain Remington takes care of you once and for all. You'll follow in the footsteps of your daughter. Just wait until we get to Skull Island, to our fortress. I bet Remington's plans have something to do with that other woman, the Countess, who appeared among us centuries ago. Now scram, your bad luck charm. Me wooden limb is itching, like there's something in it that I can't reach.
Alright, let's take a close look at this pirate's ped leg. Let's take the corkscrew to get that out. Take a close look. Looks like it's our second key. Well, we need something else to get that out, which we don't have, so let's head back. There's nothing we can do here. Since we do have two look up here for our scene.
Mom! You have to help me! The pirate is heading for some forgotten Caribbean island. Beware!
There's something heavy on top of the planks. I can't move them.
Right, since now we have a chisel, hammer and chisel, we can get this coral off this star. And now that we have 2 stars, we can head over to the captain's door. With the 2 stars in. Now this is to get the colors as just solid colors. And I'm making this one seem easy when I do this. But this will never be random. This will always be that combination. Alright, first let's check out the captain's journal. Now I'm not going to sit here and read all of this. But one thing is, when you get to the last page, grab the doubloon. Now the only problem is, if you really want to read it before you grab the doubloon, because otherwise it's last chance. And this is a mini game where we need to find an extra ship. Okay, another hidden object puzzle. Let's just go through this. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? Ah, here we go. Now we got the tab for the bucket. And just doing 3 hidden object puzzles without skipping. I would have gotten that one sooner if I did use the hint. Or just hint using it without using hints or skipping. Which one of the 2? As the saying goes, probably want a cracker, so we need to get that bird something. We want to get that last key. And it's up to this guy.
If you're here, then my captain lives again. I hope Remington told you about the doubloons. You need all 12 to open the chest and retrieve its contents. I'll be watching you.
You give him the blues, he'll give you a small piece of the Captain Remington's tail. Now you can do it all at once, or you can do pieces, or just do them when you get them. I'll just do these 3 for the moment, because since I have them, I'm right here. So, like I said, you need all 12 of these. So, here, let's start with these 3.
The people of the Caribbean first heard about Captain Remington and his Black Galleon when he sank 2 passenger ships near Ile Simona. Those who survived were taken aboard and later sold as slaves. Tales of Remington's cruel and ruthless manner spread.
Yeah, like I said, you can do these on whenever you want. There's no... just as long as you do them all by the end.
Those first attacks were only a taste of the coming atrocities. Soon, Captain Remington boarded and sank commercial ships. His Black Galleon would appear out of nowhere and strike without warning. Those who weren't shot or stabbed were forced to walk the plank to the pirates' amusement.
And for the last one I have...
People were frightened and began to suspect Remington must have made a bargain to come by such unearthly skills. His crew was said to consist of sea monsters, convicts, and cannibals. His ship was thought to be invincible and capable of casting storms, fog, and eerie calm.
So anyone who's remotely familiar with pirate folk, that usually means he made a pact with Davy Jones. Okay, so let's head down here and let's see what we can find. Yeah, some things will be hard to find than others, but we just gotta do the best we can. I think this particular one's a little harder than others because it's how compact everything is, so things are a little more hidden than normal. But as I said before, these hidden object puzzles, they're random mix. They might be the same items especially if you do this more than one time, but the items are different. Will never be the same between each walkthrough. Or sometimes the items are hidden a little too well. Like I said, if you're still stuck, you can always use the hint. Now head back to where that other pirate is. Well, first let's just do this tap right now. Get that. And get our first ingredient for the grog, which is some water. Let's head down back into this here first. Use the tweezers to get that out. Here's our second key. We're just missing the gold one, which is being guarded by the parrot. Now, you want to do this now, you can, is to add our water for the grog mix. Now, as you notice, it says water is now crossed off. So when we get each ingredient, it'll just slowly cross off. This head they could pop. This plus next. Sometimes when you eliminate some stuff right, this gets much easier to work with. You know, sometimes when they say cub, that could be a various ones you can pick from. Finish in less than a minute. Nice. Okay, let's just head back to the captain's quarters. Go over here, grab that plug, put it in there. Check out the book, and there's our room. Now that's it for that area. Now get the crackers. And there's our last key. Let's take a look and see what that's all about. Oh, it sounds like she got moved again. Okay, you can add the ramen to that. Now I just need to find his limes and spices. Okay, head back over to the door and start using keys. And I typically do bronze, silver, and gold respectively. Now since the door is released, we can open up and get on deck. And there he goes. I can see the ship has docked in a new area. Oh, this is going to be for using operating can. We will not be doing that at this moment, so just note that for later. Let's look at the board here.
Another map! Now I can keep track of my position on Skull Island.
And it looks like we have an old wedding invitation or announcement on here. But that's actually going to do it for me. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this playthrough. And I hope to see you all next time. Just so you know, there's some extra stuff like wallpapers and other content and whatnot. Have a good day.